Hello New York. We're better to start a worldwide modeling tour than on your adopted home turf. Always the New Yorker at heart, Poppy could feel the electricity in the air. She just finished shooting her last magazine cover, a few minutes before rushing off to John F. Kennedy Airport, to embark on her modeling trip around the world. Smile for the camera, Poppy. We love you, Poppy, clamored reporters and cheering fans, who surprised her at the gate. With a few mysterious smiles, and a quick wink of her beautiful eye, she disappeared down the walkway, all set for her next thrilling adventure. Tokyo Twilight. For the first stop in her fabulous journey around the globe, Poppy lands in Tokyo, her heart filled with anticipation. She is greeted by representatives of the famous Japanese fashion brand, MIKO, who hired the teenage superstar as the lead model for their highly anticipated campaign, promoting their new line, Clone. This adventure will also take her to Osaka, to shoot part of the campaign at the 1970 Japan World's Fair. What a trip! Mad for Milan. A little bit of work, mixed with a lot of fun, is how Poppy is spending her time in Milan. After checking out some of the new fashion collections, Poppy enjoys Milan's famous shopping, and its architecture. It feels like her second home. She's mad for Milan. Sizzling in Paris. When the Maison de la Haute Couture de Paris calls, and invites you to be the guest of honor at the most important fashion gala of the season, a gal just can't say no. Moments before she boarded her flight to the City of Lights, one of Paris' top stylists called, and told her that he would be honored to take care of her various looks for the evening. Everything on the house. Nothing but the best for Miss Poppy. Ooh la la. Outback Walkabout. Invited to go on a personalized guided tour of some of the most remote regions of the Australian outback, by the Ministry of Tourism, to help promote travel in this remote part of the globe, our girl Poppy Parker could not have been more delighted to have finally landed in Sydney. Looking fabulous as she is greeted by the local press, as they say down under, "No worries mate, she'll be right." Enlightened in India. On her way to complete her incredible world tour, Poppy Parker's travels take her to Mumbai, where she and her friends meet with famous celebrity yogi, Mahara Mahir, to discuss the finer points of philosophy and spirituality. A highly publicized piece of 1960s history, that fateful meeting started a trend that contributed to the birth of the peace and love movement across the world. Undercover Angel. As the love affair between Poppy Parker and her fans grew well into the 1970s, Miss Parker's career naturally morphed from teenage model to TV superstar. Her incredible screen presence made her a household name, as she became the queen of primetime TV. As the decade moved along, our star was cast in a revolutionary and glamorous new primetime drama that would become one of those breakthrough career-defining moments. Poppy Parker broke new boundaries as an undercover angel. Her powerful performance left an undeniable mark on television history, one that her adoring fans still rave about some 50 years later. Pretty Bird. Poppy Parker has landed in London. She's only here for a few days, as she shoots a fashion magazine editorial for British designer, Queenie Court. Known for her young and kicky designs, Queenie is at the top of her game, and every young Brit wants to wear her clothing. Now she wants to introduce her brand across the pond. Poppy is the perfect choice to model this collection, inspired by British schoolgirls. Viva Poppy. A gal can't visit Las Vegas without spending a day relaxing by the pool. What better place to see and be seen than the luxurious courtyard of the Starduster Hotel and Casino? Dressed for a day about town, and a trippy evening at the Go-Go Room, Poppy Parker has everything she needs to go from day to night, and not miss a single beat. Lady Luck. Invited to guest star in one of the most talked about musical revues in Las Vegas, Poppy is all dolled up for her romantic moment in the show. Will her lucky charms bring fortune to the Starduster, the most glamorous resort on the Strip? The odds are high. Kiss in the shadows. All work and no play makes Poppy a dull gal. The moment the show ended, after a quick trip to her dressing room, Miss Parker is ready for a glamour-filled evening about town. Dressed to have fun with her celebrity friends, Poppy rushes out of the Starduster, just in time to catch a cab and make it to the final performance of her favorite crooner, Francisco Sinatrosi. Masquerade magic. It was all feathers, flash and sizzle. Poppy Parker sparkled as she performed her masquerade magic number, and her fans immediately fell under the spell. Ginger and Cinnamon, Holiday at Home. Ginger Gilroy celebrates the holiday season relaxing at home, listening to holiday classics, while sipping hot cocoa with her best friend Cinnamon. Poppy Parker's frenemy, Ginger, has got it all figured out for a cold winter's night. Anniversary kiss. It's a special occasion, and Poppy Parker, everyone's favorite teenage fashion model, blows an anniversary kiss to designer Jason Wu, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of his collaboration with Integrity Toys. Dressed in a Jason Wu original creation, this totally groovy doll was available in 2 color variations, and comes boxed in Jason Wu signature packaging. The legendary collection uses previous much-loved editions of Poppy Parker as reference points. Lovely and Lilac is inspired by an early Poppy Parker doll, Lilac Frost. Commanding attention references the highly sought-after center of attention doll. When the Poppy Parker doll was initially in development, various potential names were under consideration. These included Hilary Hartley, Cherie Clark, Sharon Shelby, Tabitha Tilley, and Trixie Taylor. Clearly alliteration is everything, but now it's hard to imagine our favorite 60s teen fashion model as anything other than Miss Parker. Dazzling debut. A mashup of reluctant debutante with some mod styling. The little dress with the embroidery is based on a Pierre Cardin original as worn by Mia Farrow. Black tie. This is an update of Portrait in Black, with a hairstyle similar to Springtime in Paris. Totally channeling Priscilla Presley. Party in the Hamptons is a clear reference to the desirable Holiday in the Hamptons doll. Sugar and Spice. Poppy has been over the moon since she was cast in a fun history of fashion pictorial called Sugar and Spice, for Maud Miss magazine. 6 top teen models were chosen to represent each decade of the century, and Poppy was selected to wear fashions from the 50s. Poppy was much more comfortable creating her good girl look, but she did a great job with the saucier look as well. Everyone agreed that her pictures were the perfect combination of sugar and spice, and everything nice.
Oh,